Hey, blessed day, everyone. It is day 4 of our Warrior Goddess Wild Challenge. Whether you have been listening to all the lives and watching all the videos for the last 4 days, or you're brand new here, you are welcome. And I'm also going to put us on Instagram. So we are broadcasting live to many different platforms. Hey, Instagram, including Instagram, Warrior Goddess Wild Live Broadcast, and my private page, my personal page, the Warrior Goddess Women Group, Warrior Goddess Inspiration, and YouTube. So welcome to everyone. And I'm just going to take a couple minutes and let us all join. And while we're joining, go ahead and share your name and where you're tuning in from. That would be fabulous. And if you're new, we are doing, hey Sakina, a 7-day challenge called Warrior Goddess Wild. It's a 7-day challenge to reignite your pleasure, play, and presence. And part of this challenge is to really help us rewire the way we're in relationship with joy, with play, with connection. And every day there is a video that we send out, a little task, and then I'm also doing live. So if you're not part of the challenge, if you haven't joined yet, please join. It's totally free. It's just, I love doing challenges because it's a way for us as a community to focus on one thing together and go deep with it. So the link to join, if you haven't joined already, and everybody's welcome to join, and it's not too late, even though we're on day 4, you can join and go back and watch the videos or just start today. So the URL, if you just type in wildwitchywise.com, you can very easily join the challenge. So there you go. For the IB people, just go to your browser, wildwitchywise.com. And yes, day 4 was about getting messy. So we've been doing a different task every day. Yesterday, our task was to look at what are the pleasure smashers? What are the places that we block our pleasure, that we grind down, that we close down? And then today was about getting messy. So let's talk about both of those things. And welcome to everyone that's joining. Joanne just wrote, got messy in the garden this morning before listening to the video, so no photos, but made a point to plant with my hands without tools, just by intuition. Yes. Okay, we're going to talk more about why being messy is so important. And I don't know if you guys can hear, my washing is finishing up in the background, so hopefully it'll turn off very soon. I think I'm on my 8th load of laundry, moving back into my house after being evacuated for 3 weeks. All the towels up at the land, all the bedding. I mean, it's been a lot, but I've been enjoying it. Actually love doing laundry. So, hey, Laws from Australia. Hey, Allie. Angela, welcome. Anise, if I don't call your name as I'm going through, it just means I don't see you. Hi, Tyne. Dennis, welcome. Melanie. Lorena, welcome back. Gail, Andrea, and Joanne and Sakina, beautiful. I know there's a lot of other folks that are joining as well. So let's talk about day 4 of our Warrior Goddess Wild Challenge. So again, this is a 7-day challenge. We're on day 4. If you haven't joined yet, you're welcome to join anytime. wildwitchywise.com. This is the first 7-day challenge of a 3-part series. I'm currently working on a book that is called, well, I don't know what it's called actually, but it's about the maiden energy, the mother energy, and the crone energy. And this challenge is about maiden, which is about our creativity, pleasure, play, exploration. And yesterday, day 3, we explored where are the places that we hold ourselves back from having pleasure. And some of the things that we talked about yesterday is making pleasure be a reward. I can stop yelling now because that stopped. Okay, hope I wasn't too loud. So making pleasure not a reward. Like if I get through my list, then I can have pleasure. Or if I'm a really good person and I'm appreciated by everyone, then I can have pleasure. And once everybody else is happy, then I can have pleasure. So we often take pleasure and play as this thing that is in the future that we have to earn. And so those 3 pleasure smashers that we were exploring yesterday is deservability, feeling like we don't deserve to have pleasure or play, perfection, that we have to do it right somehow, or we have to be right, and then guilt. Today's challenge was really to help us get through the places that we have perfectionism, or there's a right way to play or to have pleasure. So I love the challenge today, because the challenge is go out and make a mess someplace. And that the mess is not even about creating anything, it's about just play, just actually playing. So Cynthia wrote, let my hair down today. I usually wear it up, but today it needed to be down and unbrushed. Yay! I love that. Good. So who else did the challenge, or what are your thoughts about being messy? So is it easy to be messy? Is it hard to be messy? Do you feel challenged being messy? Today, I woke up and made a lot of messes in the kitchen, which is one of my favorite places to make messes. And I cooked stuff and I made smoothies that I froze. And so there's like smoothie green stuff everywhere. It was really fun. So, Isabel, the challenge is called Warrior Goddess Wild. And it is the 7-day challenge. We're on day 4, and I'm doing lives to share about it, answer questions. Anybody is welcome to join the challenge at any time. So even if you join today, you'll get the previous videos. And the videos are all really short. So daily videos, we're on day 4, and today's day 4 theme is get messy. So yeah, my mess stresses me out. So we're going to talk about this. Yay, yay, yay. Hard to be messy, says Ivana. Okay. Why? Hey, Sarah. Welcome. Good to see you here, love. So Sakina, I drew love, joy, you. Oh, I love it on my mirror. Yay. That's a fun thing to do. All right. So I am standing in the middle of a mess right now. Yeah. Sarah, I find it hard to be messy. It is not so me, but I will have a go. Good. So there's a place of having messes in our lives and being the choice to be messy and how to be with the messy areas. There's actually a direct correlation I found that if you allow yourself to be more messy in just for no reason, it actually helps you to be more grounded and centered when life gets messy. Okay. So oftentimes we have expectations of, I'm not allowed to be messy. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. I have to do it the right way. And so life gets messy, and then we blame ourselves. It's our fault that it's messy, or then we say it shouldn't be messy, and we try and control it, and that just never goes well. And so to be able to be comfortable with both neat and messy, okay, and your definition of that. Yeah, and Delphine just wrote, I used to judge myself. Yeah. And I am just moving back into my house, and Mary and I just brought my last load from her house. And this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm going to like create more ease in the kitchen, and everything else is just going to be messy. I have piles of stuff on my bed right now. I'm in my office and everything's completely disheveled. And I'm just being with the mess, because that's what is right now. I don't have the space and the time to get everything cleaned up, but I will in my own timing. And when we learn to open our heart and be present with the messes, again, there's a correlation where we start to get more comfortable with the messiness of being human, the messiness of relationships, the messiness of creativity. Because the truth is, all of that is messy. And that's okay. So it may be challenging, but it can also be fun. So that's what our exploration is today, is how do we get more comfortable with the messes, and how do we consciously make more messes? So the challenge today was to go do something messy that's playful, and play in the mud, like put water and dirt and make mud balls, throw flour in your sink and make weird dough, finger paint. Yeah, exactly. Joanne, no problem with messy at times, just means I'm in the present and choose to leave the mess until later. Exactly. Yeah. Angela, could messy be not being emotionally in order for others? Let others clean up their messes. Yeah, Angela, that could definitely be part of it. So places where people are hoping other people will clean up after them, they get to be that way. I think that what's an interesting question is, do we go around cleaning up other people's messes? Or do we focus on cleaning up our own messes? Yeah. Yeah. Ivana wrote, my mom's a hoarder. Yes. So that type of messy is different, right? Because there's also messiness as a form of protection, as a form of safety. So we're talking about messiness as a form of breaking out and being more experimental and expansion. Yeah. And expansive. So if you have people in your life that are using, or you're one of those people that uses mess making as a way to give yourself a sense of safety, or as a way to get attention, or as a way to get people to help in some way, that is something that you want to shift and come back to taking responsibility for your mess. Actually, that's kind of it for all of us. How do we take responsibility for our mess and let other people be in relationship with their mess? Okay, somebody else's mess does not have to become your mess. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I love that, Anise. Just got rid of a roommate that was a hoarder and a slob. I've taken great pleasure in getting my home back and getting rid of that mess. I refused to clean up his mess, but once he was gone, I got super creative. Yeah. And that's also that beauty of creating boundaries so that your creative energy can move, that you're not stressed out or pulled by somebody else's mess, that you can focus. Yeah. Allie, I'm a dumping ground for emotional mess, or at least I was. Yeah. And many of us also, again, other people believe we're responsible for their messes. And there's also a place that we take responsibility for other people's messes. So not that. You're not responsible for anybody else's mess. Emotional, physical, mental, and energetic. So just because other people are in drama or chaos doesn't mean that you need to take that on. And that's a really incredible practice, and something we're going to talk about tomorrow as well. So day 5 is about how do we, oh no, day 5 is census, sorry, day 6, so 2 days from now, is about how do we hold our own pleasure and joy and play even when other people are struggling, or when other people are in emotional messes or in chaos or really struggling. So that's what we'll be exploring in a couple days. Yeah, Cynthia. Wow, maybe that's why I'm the one everybody looks to in crisis, because I know how to manage chaos. Yeah, exactly. And that's probably true, that you're good organizing, clearing, finding meaning in things. And so, yes, when you're that way, sometimes everybody brings their struggles to you, their crisis to you. And you get to choose how to be in relationship with that. You can see it as an honor when people are being intimate with you and sharing what's going on. As long as you're not then trying to clean it up, you're able to witness. That's a really powerful way to be in relationship. Yeah. I'm just going to go back over some of the quotes. Allie, I equate it with having to always clean up other people's mess and no one ever helps me clear up mine. Good. Yes. I love this. Okay. Facebook user, hi. Made messy seed hearts on my railing to honor the baby birds who were raided from their nest, sharing the joy they brought me by feeding others with my messy hearts. That's beautiful. I love that. Delphine on Instagram. Today I started painting in several areas. First, that was a big mess. Now it's beautiful. Yay. Good. So that's our task. For those of you that are just joining, I'm doing daily Facebook Lives I've been doing, this is our 4th day. I'll be doing 3 more. So 7 days of lives as part of our Warrior Goddess Wild. It's a 7-day challenge to reignite pleasure, play, and presence. And everybody is invited. So if you're not part of the challenge, please go join. There's lots of gifts that are part of it, and a little daily video, a task. Today's task is about doing something messy. It's free, and we're having a big grand drawing day 7 anybody who's part of the challenge will be in that drawing. So make sure that you join. Super easy. Just go to wildwitchywise.com. Again, that's wildwitchywise.com. You don't have to put the www in, just type those 3 words in, .com, and enter your name, and boom, you're in the challenge. Super simple. And you'll have access to all the previous day's videos. You can watch it at your own pace and start the 7-day whenever you want to, or join along. So today's day 4, make a mess. Yeah. All right. Allie, I thought I hadn't done this, but I've just weeded the garden and not tidied it up and left it in lots of piles. Generally today, I didn't want to do stuff if I had to clean up the mess. Beautiful. You know, there's one of my favorite metaphors that I teach a lot about is this idea of cleaning a closet, and that if you're really going to clean out your closet, you first pull everything out of the closet, and it feels really super messy. And that's when a lot of people like shove everything back in the closet. So learning to have the capacity, that understanding that when we're cleaning and also when we're being creative, we make messes. And the mess, the chaos, the everything strewn all over the place helps to break up the energy and the places that we're stuck so that we can see and recreate things. Okay. So the task today of doing something messy, like making a mess on purpose, is a really powerful one because it breaks up the habits we have about needing to know what we're doing, needing to have an outcome, needing to do it perfect. So sometimes this idea of creativity we have is, I need to do a perfect painting, or I need to know exactly which flower is supposed to go next to the other in the garden so that I'm doing it the right way. So we have a lot of there's a right way. And being messy consciously allows us to start to create more openness, bring in more creativity, bring in more intuition. Yeah, exactly, Susan, right. I have learned that out of chaos comes beauty. And that is true. So often when there's chaos in our lives, if we can stay present with where we are in our cycle, and this is something that I really love doing, is that if there's chaos in my life, I will step back and say, how is this part of a larger cycle in my life? Are things being broken up, or is new information and energy coming? Okay. And it's part of the cycle. I was up on the land yesterday, and for those of you that are just joining, we had a huge wildfire that went through the land 2 weeks ago, I think it was now. That wildfire is still burning in New Mexico, and we lost really 98% of the forest. So huge, huge loss. 178 acres, I'm guessing, about is gone. And what I've been feeling into, and as we were walking, like we can see, my friend Mary and I were walking up there yesterday, that once the trees all come down, we're going to be able to see this incredible mountain ridge that's in front of us. And it's going to get really messy between now and then. Really messy, because trees are going to come down. It's really ashy. There's going to be a lot of mud. And that's part of the transformational process. So in all things, so us trying to avoid messes is not going to go well in our life, because the messy part is new information, new energy, renewal coming in, even if it doesn't look nice. And even if we don't want it, sometimes it's part of that cycle. Yeah. Allie, I've been cleaning out my emotional closets for 30 years. Now I need to look at the real closets and approach it like play. Yes. And cleaning your real closet also will have a huge impact on this inner being as well. So remember, when you're cleaning a closet, you pull everything out. It feels really overwhelming. And it's the same way when we're doing mental clearing. When you start questioning your beliefs and your stories and you pull everything out, if your mind feels even messier than usual. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Doe. Sakina, there is definitely a giveaway happening today. Beautiful, Sarah. I love that. Sarah, I planted some flowers the other day without my gloves, enjoyed doing it and feeling the earth. Janice, I'm going to really look at the symbolism of mess in respect to my inner life. Thank Heather Ash. This talk is so important to me. Good. I'm glad, Janice. Yeah. And for me, these lives are really, I just show up and see what wants to come through based on the theme of our Warrior Goddess Wild Challenge and what you all need. So any questions that you have, whether you're part of the challenge or not, whether you're just showing up and you're like, what's Heather Ash up to? Who is Heather Ash? Hi, whoever you are. Thanks for joining in. And we are doing a 7-day Warrior Goddess Wild Challenge. And today is day 4 about making messes and why they're so important. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful, Allie. Hey, Mary. Yay. Hey, sweetheart. Great conversation. Pondering where I lock out joy and create messes and play in other people's messes. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, so good. How I become triggered and where I need to be accountable for my own views about it. All messes. Yeah. And this place of, one of my friends used to always say, not my circus, not my monkeys. Like that other people's messes are not yours to clean up. Together, you might be like, yay, I have this mess. Do you want to clean it up with me? Sure, I'd be happy to. Okay. And I'm talking about physical messes and emotional messes and mental messes. Because in relationships, all relationships, we can create messes with each other without even realizing it sometimes because we're talking, but we don't understand each other. And it creates all this mess and hurt and frustration, emotions that arise. And we can go to someone and go, hey, we created a mess together. Or I think I created a mess. Can we clean it up together? And sometimes people are like, yeah, let's clean this up together. And sometimes people are like, no, I don't want to clean this up with you. You then get to clean up your part of it and let them be in relationship to their part of it. Yeah. And I think often we distract ourselves by taking care of other people's messes that have nothing really to do with us. Okay. Even if that person is your grown child or is your parent or is your coworker, to really sort with love, with compassion, is this mine? And this isn't about like, this is not my mess. You take care of it and being, vicious or mean or detached or upset. It's really learning to be like to ourselves, oh, this isn't mine. Nope. Here you go, sweetheart. This isn't mine. What's my mess to take care of? What's my next piece to take care of? And where can I be more messy as a way to open up into more creativity? Okay. How can I be more messy myself consciously to open into more creativity? Huge, right? Because how many of us, again, in relationship with our play, think that there's a right way to play, especially as an adult? Like there must be a right way to play as an adult. There isn't. There isn't. Yeah. So Sarah just read, I've been getting messy, clearing out my overactive mind, and it's working. Good. I love that. That's a big cleaning up of a mess. And Doe, yes. So Doe just asked if there's going to be a donation for Warrior Heart Ranch. So one of the things that is happening in the background right now with the ranch is that there's a group of people headed by my friend Francis Rico, who is creating a fundraiser for Warrior Heart Ranch. It's going to be on June 26th, I believe is the date. And we'll be posting more information about it probably next week as we pull it together. So yes, definitely need. And I'm about to send out an email of like, I need help. So that's coming soon. Cat, I love that phrase. My favorite phrase is, I trust you can figure this out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I remember a friend of mine once talked about this, that when we are jumping in to try and fix other people's messes constantly, part of what we're doing is basically saying, I don't trust you that you can figure this out. I don't trust that you have enough skill or enough capacity or enough courage to do this on your own, so I'm going to do it for you. So it's self-importance. You can see it as self-importance. So that makes us pause to step back and go, wait a minute. Can I trust somebody else's journey? Yeah, exactly, Joanne. Yeah. So is writing exactly something. Just leave the common mess and clean our own and let the other clean his and not feel guilt. Yeah, which is hard. So we talked about this yesterday, that guilt is one of the, what I call the pleasure smashers or the pleasure smushers. And guilt is one of the ways that we take ourselves out. And guilt is often I'm supposed to be doing something. Now, there's a difference between guilt of I've done something that's harmed someone else and I'm going to go clean it up. Okay. And that kind of guilt, like, or remorse, is powerful because it's action. It's like, I'm out of integrity. I'm going to go clean it up. The problem is most of us are dragging guilt around with us everywhere around things that we shouldn't be feeling guilty about. Yeah. And I've talked to a lot of people that feel guilty most of the time in their lives. And so to watch for that. And that guilt, I can almost guarantee you, is not about you. It's actually not your guilt. It's something that you've picked up from religion, from what I call the dream of the planet, okay, from how we're all dreaming. And that's from my beautiful mentor, Don Miguel Ruiz, this idea of the dream of the planet, that the dream of the planet's based in fear and scarcity and often guilt. Yeah. Tammy, exactly. Jumping in for others as a way of keeping us so busy we're distracted from our own messes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Angela, great question. Joni, yeah, that's taking on their karma when you try to control other messes. It's creating a lot of baggage for yourself for sure. All right, so let's talk about guilt. Let's talk about Angela has a great question. How do we get past cleaning up message with our adult children? Great question. Okay. So for any of you that are mamas, and this also can, this goes for mamas that have adult children or teenagers that are learning their way. And also for if you have parents that you are now helping to caretake. So there's an interesting thing on both sides of that, of kids and parents, that we get to really learn how to navigate more skillfully. Okay. And this can be also like, I have people in my life that I am a mother figure to. So it may not be your biological children. It may be siblings. It may be someone who you've really helped raise, or that is really important to you. So there's many places where we have beliefs that I'm supposed to take care of this person. Okay. And especially with children, even when they're adults, you've spent how many years protecting them, making sure that they're okay, cleaning up after them, because that's your job as a parent. Okay. Keeping them safe, cleaning up after them. So we have to understand there's a certain point where we need to draw a line and say, and here's where this ends. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you don't care at all. You care very, very much. It means that you give them permission to learn. And how do we learn? We make messes. And so to step back and to trust your children's journey, to trust your friend's journey, to trust your parents' journey, and to know that it may not look pretty at all. And they may create a lot of suffering for themselves. And this is the best image that I've come up with. And sometimes metaphors are really helpful. That if somebody's drowning or somebody's really, really struggling in the water, me jumping in the water with them is not helpful. Okay. Me like throwing a life raft and standing on the shore and being really solid and being like, I'm here. I have total faith in you. And there's the life raft. Okay. And that they have to choose to grab onto that life raft. There's no way you can get them to hold on to it if they're not ready to. And that's hard. Okay. Let other people be in their messes. And what I found is that when we get quiet, when we are able to come back into our center, and this takes a lot of work to get there, but to come back into our center and to feel into somebody, we can then feel what's appropriate. But we first have to break the patterns of my job is to jump in and help everybody in their mess or jump my kids. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that helps. It's a big question. And this is why. So one of the things that's happening this month, happy June, is that in our Warrior Goddess Training Circle, which is our online membership circle, we have Warrior Goddess Summer Camp. We have a lot of classes that are happening over the next month and beyond. But for anyone who's looking for extra support, because like that question, that is a big question around how do I not clean up my kids' messes? How do I not clean up other people's messes? That's a big rewire. That's not a 2-minute answer on a Facebook Live. That is, we do the work to rewire ourselves. And I've spent my lifetime gathering tools to help us clean up our own internal messes and not take on everybody else's mess and have compassion and love for ourselves and for humanity and how messy humanity is. So there's tremendous amount of tools and community. And that's what I found is the most beneficial for us on a healing path is we need more skills. We need more tools. Okay. And some of the shamanic tools that we work with in the Warrior Goddess Training Circle are incredibly powerful because they teach us how to be in relationship with our element, our energy, rather than the story. Okay. And how to really learn how to be more skillful in our relationship with our energy and rewire ourselves. And then also community is incredibly important, that we also have deep community that we're in relationship with of people that are doing the same path. So we can lean into the community. We can grow with the community. Okay, so some of you that are watching now are already part of the Warrior Goddess Training Circle, and you know how amazing it is and how life transforming the tools, the community, the joy that we have. And some of you may have not heard of it yet. And so we always offer a free month for anybody who wants to come try the circle out. And this month is a really great time to come into the circle because we have Warrior Goddess Summer Camp. And the summer camp is so much fun. So you can join for free for a month. There's no obligation. You can cancel it anytime. And part of a free month, if you join anytime in the next couple days, like next week, the next 2 weeks, basically, is you'll also get summer camp. And it's an online summer camp. And we have so much fun. So much fun. Okay. Angela, what I would say is, if you're part of Wild, Witchy, and Wise, we're going to share the link. So that's an easy way to do it. If you just go to wildwitchywise.com, just watch the emails, you'll get a link to do that directly. You can also go to warriorgoddess.com circle. And if you're having any problem or you can't figure out how to do it, all you have to do is go hello@warriorgoddess.com. So just email us. The team is really, really great. Yeah, Delphine, who's been part of the circle, teaching tools have really helped to embody them more for me. And Doe, I honestly have never really had a community. I found a beautiful supportive community in Warrior Goddess Training. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so proud of it. Yeah. Yeah. So Angela, again, if you can't figure it out, if anybody's like, wait, how do I get in? Write the hello@warriorgoddess.com or make sure that you're signed up for the challenge, wildwitchywise.com. Yeah, you're welcome, Tyne. I'm so glad that you're part of the community as well. Yeah. Yeah, Cynthia. Yes. Yeah. Centeredness to feel into what's appropriate. Yeah. And that takes having access to our own stillness, to our own intuition, to our own steadiness, that we're not in emergency crisis. We're like, come back. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. What's needed here? And that we take ourselves into account. We take the time into account. We take the other person into account. That all of these are brought into the circle of our awareness so that we can listen to what's appropriate for this moment and this time. Takes practice. Yeah. Okay, Leslie, thanks for letting me know. I will go check. And yeah, if you stick yourself on the wait list, we'll make sure that you get an email about it. Yeah. Yeah, so true. All right, love. So again, for those of you that are just joining, I'm doing lives every day for part of our Warrior Goddess Wild challenge, and then I'm going to disappear. So I love this, like being really engaged with our larger community, doing a challenge together, getting inspired. You can join us at Warrior Goddess Women Facebook group. That's our public closed Facebook group for our Warrior Goddess community. And that's where we're talking and sharing about our experiences with Warrior Goddess Wild, our 7-day challenge to reignite pleasure and play. And we go through Sunday. And then after that, I'm going to disappear from more public to go work on my book and go clean up the land. So if you want to be part of our larger community, my focus will then go into our Warrior Goddess training circle, where we have lots of classes, the online Warrior Goddess Summer Camp, which is super fun. Our theme this month in the circle is around, I can't remember the exact word, it's like activating your wild child. So fun. So yeah. Oh, good. I love that, Sarah. I did that practice the other day. I told myself, sweetie, it's not your problem. It will work out. Such a relief, huh? Okay, Sakina. So this will be the last question, and then we're going to close out for today. Join me tomorrow for day 5 of Warrior Goddess Wild. And our topic for tomorrow is around deepening pleasure. So it's about really using our 5 senses to come more and more in our relationship with all aspects of smell, sight, touch, sound, and taste. So tomorrow, again, Warrior Goddess Wild, day 5. You can join anytime, and easy to join, wildwitchywise.com. If you just type in those 3 words, wildwitchywise.com, you'll get it. Thanks, Delphine. All right, to find your voice. So that's a phrase that means learning how to speak your truth, learning how to own your truth. So finding your voice is, a lot of us shut our voice down and don't speak what's in our heart, or don't know how to communicate. So finding your voice is learning the skills and also the openness to communicate well. So I hope that makes sense, Sakina. Yeah, Joni, I need to get with more people that think like you. I really need to have more fun. Any recommendations? Yes, join our circle. So come play with us, Joni. Online, good. You're welcome, Sakina. So online, warriorgoddess.com/circle. Also join wildwitchywise.com to be part of the community and the Warrior Goddess Women group. And also, so for your local community, to find more people that are playful, Meetup is a great place to find people that like hiking or like bowling or like doing fun activities. So Meetup is a great place. I also, when I move to a new community, I always check out the New Thought churches because they often have fun communities. And come to a workshop sometime. So hope that you come play with us sometime soon. Yeah. All right, loves. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, you're so welcome. So grateful to be part of this community and doing this challenge. It's been really great. I've been, dealing with the aftermath of a wildfire. It's a lot in my life right now, and suddenly I have a whole new job to learn how to manage a forest that has been pretty much devastated by fire. So there's been a lot of heartbreak and grief in my life the last couple of weeks. And this challenge has been really great reminder to come back into that sense of play, even when things are hard. So that's what we're learning how to do. Thanks for joining me today. Again, if you haven't joined the challenge, wildwitchywise.com. And I'll see you tomorrow, right here, same place, same time. Sending you all my love. If you have any questions or can't find something or don't know what's going on, write us at hello@warriorgoddess.com. My name's Heather Ash Amara. I'm the author of Warrior Goddess Training and 8 other books. Starting next week, I'm going to be disappearing off social media a little bit more and working on my next book, which I'm super excited about. Oh, I love that, Laura. This challenge is right on type. I'm hanging at my art center today where my girlfriend works to get messy and have fun. Enjoy. I love it. All right, sweets, take good care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.